Well, howdy neighbor. Welcome back to Hammer and Saw Customs, right here on the big island of Hawaii. I'm old brother Bill, jack of all trades, master of none. Just been scratching my head and pondering, and got this big gaping gap in my memory of what I should do next on the old pallet wood workshop, off-grid shop, fix-it shop, break-it shop. And you know, for the life of me, I just can't think of what I need to do on the show for you guys. So while you give that old thought in the back of your head a once over and drown out that stomach from growling, take a second, grab you a snack, pull in close there so you don't miss anything, get you something cold to drink. We all know what Brother Bill's cold, delicious, I don't know if it's nutritious, drink of choice is. But if you don't know, here's a little scavenger hunt. Check out Brother Bill's other videos. See if you can find that little morsel or tidbit of information and share it with the folks there if you like. So come on back after the intro and maybe I'll have that big gaping whole thought process figured out. Come right on back after the intro and we'll get started. Man, all this thinking's making my head hurt. Kind of makes me remember back when I was at school and you had those end of year exams and how bad your head hurt taking those exams because you had like Bob is on the red light express and he's traveling south at 30 miles an hour, and Jane, she's on the blue light express and she's heading north at 30 miles an hour. But she got on the train 10 minutes after Bob did. So, answer this question. What color was Bob's backpack? Oh, wait, what? Wait, whoa, hold the phone. What color was Bob's backpack? Are you guys out of your freaking... Oh, hey neighbor, you're back already. Well, you know, to exercise that brain power and thought process, hopefully you come up with something. Oh, unless you cheated and you've already read the header on the video and you already know what's going on. Is that what you did? Hey, I understand. Been there. So today, old brother Bill's going to put the barn door on the barn. Because starting to get some little critters wandering in and out of here in Hawaii. You know, we have pigs and wild chickens and feral dogs. Got some mongooses. I don't mind so much about those. Those guys keep the snakes away. So we're going to try to get the old barn door on today. So as always, old brother Bill, yep, we're going to make it all from pallet wood and from scratch. No mechanical devices in this. This is all going to be wood. No wheels, no store-bought tracks, and I'm going to show you how that goes together. So let me get a few pieces here to demonstrate, and I'll show you how I built the tracks, and then we'll jump right in and I'll show you how I'm doing the door. And if you got any questions, you guys just let me know, right? And how do you do that? That's right, get those old phalanges out, click on there on the old computer, shoot some comments to Brother Bill. Oh yeah, as always, and I hate to pander to you, there's a little hammer and saw box down there. If you could subscribe, shoot some likes, shares. If you're watching this on Facebook, well, I guess that applies too, and or TikTok or Instagram. Other than that, I won't bore you anymore with old Brother Bill's southern talking away, so I'll put my hands in my pockets or put some tools in my hands, so I'll zip this and get started. So come right back, I'll get you set up and I'll show you what we're doing first. All right, neighbor. Got to be on the floor right now because Brother Bill hasn't built our workbench. Still waiting for one other little item or thought process to get processed. So here we are. Pretty simple. The runner or track that I designed out of pallet wood is just a runner cut down and then notched out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but just take the old skill saw, set your depth, rotate, take your depth, gives you a nice little L-shaped chunk. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie that to a base like a so, and that basically, once it's attached to the building, kind of gives room for the other unit to set on top and slide back and forth. And then I'll show you how we're going to make the security post over top, so that way somebody can't just come and, you know, lift the old door off if they can get that far into the property. So that's the basics. So here is that basics. You can just gander your peepers on the end of that. So this will go onto the building, and then the door will have an opposite setup to set in here and slide back and forth. Now, I've already put this together because it is a couple sections of wood. I don't want to bore you with that. You'll see me install it. You'll see the after effects. But what I will do is I'm going to put together the door frame, and with that I've done some notching out with the router, and that's going to receive our boards that will go vertical. This is horizontal, and you'll see it all come together. So instead of me just yakking, I'm going to get started. So I'm going to assemble this, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, neighbor. Here we go. So what we got, that's our outer frame. I did have to put a section in here, so I used a Z cutout, a Z pattern. And then I put my door handle sliders over that to support that extension of the wood. Then we got our cross pieces. You can see where I've already routed out. Now I'm going to staple in the boards that go into the opening. So we've got our top and bottom cleats, sliders that are on, our handles, and the basic layout of our barn door. So next is the install of our inner panels. So, any questions? I didn't think so. Well, if you do, you know where to put them. Phalanges are walking, click clacking. So let me get those started, and we'll just keep moving forward. All right, neighbor, let me get stuff set up, and I will see you on the other side. Well, neighbor, real life, everything doesn't go as smooth as you like it to, but that's all right. We just got a little bit of a board issue. Our board's a little wider than the spot it needs to go into. No biggie. So I'm just going to take my old handy dandy Bluetooth wireless sawdust making happener, and we're just going to trim this off with our little guide. Meanwhile, I almost forgot. Safety Steve said we can't leave old Safety Steve out. Wear our goggles, glasses, eye protection, some nice work clothes to keep us safe, and some good old toe covers. You know, something that's got a good sole, nice leather upper. Just keep those old toes safe and our feet happy. So, also need some hearing protection because we're going to be running the sawdust making happener. So here we go. Alright, neighbor, hopefully you can see that. There's going to be our barn door, our sliding barn door, if I didn't mention that already. And of course you might be saying, but Brother Bill, you got holes in there. Well, yeah, I do. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I live on the island of Hawaii, which is a tropical rainforest. And unlike today, we're getting some nice, beautiful sunshine. We also get some beautiful liquid sunshine. And to keep old Brother Bill's place here nice, airy, and breathable, which I've learned from living here for many, many years, is air circulation is the key to a happy, healthy enclosure. So I'm going to keep these in here just to incorporate and help that air flow, just so it stays nice and dry in here. Well, that's the door. Let me move you outside, get you set up so you can see how I'm going to install the runners, the guides, the clips, the thing that makes the door go whoosh, whoosh. So stand by and I'll be right with you. Okay, neighbor, how does that look? Hope you can see everything. So I'm going to start with the bottom run. I'll install the top. We'll go ahead and get the door up there, and then we'll put in the top security bar or board, and then the stop board, and we'll do a little recap. So other than that, I will see you on the other side. right, let me get the camera repositioned. I'll bring out the door. I'll show you how that sets in place. Okay, neighbor. Woo! Good thing I ate my Wheaties today. I can't see. Is it on? Is it on, neighbor? I'm gonna rely on you. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, well, I guess it's on. Well, there we go, neighbor. Let's give it a test run. So here's my handles, which as you can see is kind of like the same copy I did on the shelf units for the drawers. So I've got some pull handles here. Push pull. Let's see how she goes. Hey, not too bad with no grease on there yet. All right, so you saw how it did that little hop going forward? That's basically what the top beam is going to take care of. It's going to keep that locked in that channel. And the fact that you won't be able to just come up here and lift the door off and walk right in. So with that, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe I get another shot, a little closer shot. Stand by. There we go, neighbor. Get you in there tall ways, right? So once again, a little demo. And now that's dry. Now that is a dry runner. No grease on it, no nothing, no lubricant whatsoever. Wow. I'm pleased. Well, let me get you set up. Let me get up there, show you how I'm going to do the stop board. We already got a stop board on the other side because that's the trim of the building. And we're going to put that board in the top and our stop board on the side. That way somebody can't slide it off and someone can't lift it off. So, let's get to it. Okay, neighbor. So what I've got here, got the top of a barn door. I've laid our 3-inch deck screws, a couple of those on top. I've got a board just like this one, which is this is the other end, over top, and I'm going to be running those screws from the inside out, so that way it'll make it harder for that board to be removed to get the door off. Now, all bets are off. If somebody really wants to get in, they're going to get in. You're not going to stop that. This is how it is. That's the world we live in too. But at least they'll make enough noise for me to hear them, and then they'll have somebody else to deal with. So with that, top board's on, holes are drilled, screws are on the inside, ready to come through. So this is going to be interesting to how Brother Bill's going to pull this off, because I've got a screw from the inside, but I've got to hold this from the outside. But I need this spaced up here. So maybe if I get a couple screws in it, I can go inside and run them in, and that's kind of boring, but at least you see how I'll get it started. And like I said, this is board for the other side. So I'm just going to maybe play some music over this, because all you're going to hear is a lot of cursing and head scratching. And how in the heck did I not think of a better way to do this? So more than likely, I will just see you on the other side. So stay tuned. Okay, so we got our security top plate because we're not lifting it out and off, but we still could slide it off. So to combat that, I am going to put a stop board here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to screw from the inside. That way somebody couldn't just come up with screws. Of course, I'm doing all this work. Somebody else is a brain, you know, a tenth smarter than I am. I'm still going to find a way to get in, get out. It's just what it is. But at least I'll feel a little more safe. And like I said, it'll take them a little longer to get in. And I sure in the heck will probably hear them with my little security alarms. And then, well, you know, what happens after that is, well, another video. Hopefully not. So I'm going to get started on that. And I will see you on the other side. And then possibly we'll be finished, I think. Oh, a little grease on the tracks. We'll do that. And then we'll do our close up. So once again, I will see you on the other side. Okay, neighbor. Accidents happen, or non-accidents happen, but you're dealing with pallet wood, and like I've said before, you know, it's the straightest, truest, non-splinterous wood out there. I'm not knocking it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking pallet wood because it's free, but I didn't have a 2x4 pallet wood runner, especially a solid one that was the full length. So I did scab a board on here, and you know, I was just, you know, kind of eyeballing it, shooting it down for there, and it's off a little bit. And being a OCD kind of guy, yeah, go figure, OCD guy building a pallet wood. Oh yeah, it's just disaster, right? No, not really. So what I need to do is I need to pull this in just a little bit and then run my screws. I got my top one in, I got the bottom one in, pretty happy with it. So luckily we've got this big heavy duty barn door here. I think I can clamp onto possibly and pull this over. Oops, maybe, we'll see. Just don't have a clamp long enough there, neighbor. Boink. Conundrum. Let me ponder on that, you know, because not everybody's perfect, and I sure ain't. So let me ponder on, see how I can straighten this board up to make it look just the way I want it to, and we'll go from there. Be right back. All right, neighbor. More than once has my good old buddy, the C-clamp, saved my arse. And today, it saved my arse. Now, I did have to, I will admit, I did have to put the ladder up to the window. Good thing I left it open. Climb in, go inside, run the screws in, because after I put the old Mr. C-clamp on here, I was like, oh, yeah, good security. Even keep myself out. So, let's see what we got. Oh, I like that, neighbor. Oh, got to push, not pull. So there we go. Woo, that's solid. That's going to be a good stop. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, well, let me grab some tools, clean up here. I still got to put the grease or oil on the tracks, So let me clear out some of the debris where we've been drilling and all that, so we don't get that all tacked in there. Of course, I'm sure I'll track 1,000 gravels in there and be picking those out, but hey, it is what it is. And we'll go from there. So stand by one last time. All right, neighbor, I got my favorite grease. These guys don't know me from Adam, and I don't get paid from them because you can see the shares, likes, and how many subscribers I got. That's all right. I'm new. I'm just getting out there. So it's Lucas Red and Tacky #2. And I'm sure they don't say anywhere on here that this is good for this, but it's got a 540 degree Fahrenheit drop point. Whatever the Sam heck that means. So I'm going to get that on the track up here, top and bottom, give her a couple pulls back and forth, see how that works, and I think I'm going to call it a day. So stay with me, and I will see you on the other side. All right, neighbor, there we have it. Should we try it with the grease on there? I know it's red and it kind of looked like I murdered somebody, but that's okay. Only I'm going to see it. Well, I mean, you guys are going to see it. Not that much, though. Oh, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, boy. Woo! Woo! Boy, howdy, neighbor. Isn't that slick as shite out of a goat's arse? Sorry about the French. Well, there we go, neighbor. We've got our barn door on our pallet wood shop, made out of pallet wood, with no mechanicals, all pallet wood. We did have some deck screws and things of that nature, but other than that, no sense of paying the hardware store to make something that you can have. Look at that, 2 fingers. Woohoo! Well, I'm tickled all out. Well, neighbor, I think that's going to do it. Hopefully you can see that. Safety cap, a runners, a little grease, homemade pull handles. So with that, I want to thank you, each and every one of you out there that have commented. Whether they're good comments or bad comments, you got to take the good with the bad. I've given the old thumbs up, and I hope those keep coming. The likes, well, I guess that's that, right? That just shows you Brother Bill doesn't know a whole about like the video part or the YouTube part of it, just this part. And I appreciate you guys subscribing. Those new subscribers, thank you. And our old subscribers that's been there since day one. Brother Bill thanks you folks for watching. I'm building it. I just want to bring you along too. I also want to inspire you to get out there, build something of your own. Who cares if you don't know how to nail a nail or cut a board? I think you pretty much watch Brother Bill and you might have got what I do. If not, let me know. I'll show you how to cut a board. It may not be the right way, may not be the wrong way. It'll be Brother Bill's way. That might not work for you, or it might. Lots of things going on up there. So with that, we'll put it to a close. I always appreciate our time together. Check me out also on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or if you're just a YouTuber and you love YouTube, hey, nothing wrong with that. I've got my favorite pair of jeans on. Let's remember our veterans, past to present. Our first responders out there working hard to keep us safe. Let's get out of the way of those sirens when they come on. And Brother Bill wants you to know, if your neighbor can do it, you can learn to do it too. And as always, Brother Bill wants you to get out there and hammer on safely, neighbor. Until next time, Brother Bill, appreciate you. And we'll see what our next project is. I think you guys know it's a barn door this time, right? Aloha from the Big Island. Oh, you know, Brother Bill, scattermind and, you know, not paying attention. I almost forgot. I wanted to ask you folks out there on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, should I, Brother Bill, put the hammer and saw emblem on here? Or should I put it here? Or should I put it there? Now, be in mind, over here, we're going to have some trim. This is pretty much a blank canvas. So let old Brother Bill know, should I put the Hammer and Saw Customs logo on the door? Or maybe I'll do it and surprise you. Not like I won't do it. And I wanted to let you know, because I always forget things, just like I talked about the Hammer and Saw emblem. Mama, you know, the boss, she came down here, the little missus, came down here and looked at it and said, wow, that's pretty cool. Reminds me of some kind of Star Trek door, or a door that was on Star Trek, you know, back in the old days. And you know what? I'm not a closet Trekkie, but I do like Star Trek, new and old. And I think that's about the best compliment I think I've ever had. Well, I'm going to take it as that and go with it. Thanks for watching, neighbor. Aloha.